If you can hear me, type on the chat box. Just say hello on the chat box. Say hello on the chat box. If you can hear me, just type something on the chat box. I know a whole lot of people are still at work, but this video is going to be, it's actually on record. So those who are at work can actually go through this video later. I believe, okay, that's great. That's great. Nice to know that we're all here. And more people are still coming. A lot of people still at work, but they're going to go through this. So this is your boy, CryptoJex, as always. Today we'll be looking at a very important event, which is coming up in the crypto space a couple of months from now. So to some of us, we've heard Bitcoin halving before. Some have not heard it before. You know, some still sound very strange. But in whichever class you fall on, not a problem. We all started from somewhere. Okay. So before I begin my meeting, I know there are people. Some people have, they have little knowledge about cryptocurrency. To some, is their first time. To some, it's been one of those things people have been talking about. So they really have no idea what is going on in the cryptocurrency space. So to such kind of people, I like to begin with the evolution of money. Some of them are already familiar with some forms of money, but I want to begin with this picture. It gives you, to those who are new into what we're doing, I'd like to take you through the evolution of money, to show you how it all started and how far the world has gone. But if you take a close look at this picture, you'll see a trend from one form of exchange to another over the years, right? So the world, as we know, started from the barter system, back then about 5,000 years BC. 5,000 BC, and so it started in the old Mesopotamia. People were exchanging goods for goods, and even today in some rural parts of the world, people still practice trade by barter. Somehow they still exchange one goods in order to receive goods. Okay, so the evolution of money, it started from trade by barter, exchange of goods for goods. For example, as you can see in the picture, if you have a cow and I have maybe you need a piece of land and you have a cow, I can exchange your cow to that piece of land. Okay, so that was how it started, and it continued like that to other kind of products as well. Okay, so but there was a challenge with this kind of payment system. All right, the challenge with this kind of payment system is that people were forced to accept even what they do not need in the present, just because they don't want to to lose the chance of exchange. For example, farmers who were into perishable products, like what perishable, like maybe let's say tomato farmers, for example. Sometimes they are forced to accept various other kind of goods in order to to give out their tomatoes before it gets bad. So that was the challenge they had, and so many other challenge, like carrying money from one place to the other. It was very difficult moving a whole lot of goods from one town to another town just to exchange. So fast forward, the world experienced that, and because of that challenge, gold was selected as a means of exchange. All right, because gold, even till now, is still a very solid asset. If you have gold, you have money. That's just the truth. So gold has always retained its value from ancient times. So in order to reduce, in order to create something that will serve as a form of money, the world decided to accept gold as a precious metal because of its qualities. And the founders of economies, people who really define what money is, one of the main factors they considered before coming up with the idea of money is that whatever that will be accepted as money must be scarce, it must be valuable, it must be something that is durable, that doesn't easily get spoiled. Okay, so after due considerations on many factors and other materials, gold was selected because of its quality. Okay, so the world moved in to using gold, but we all know that gold is very heavy. Okay, people have to carry gold from one country to another in order to carry out transactions. So it was also a challenge. And because of that, the world. Sorry, someone is typing on the chat box. Okay, okay, I think I'll have to turn off the microphones before I continue. Just a minute. Just a minute. Because some people might be having a destructive background, so I've turned it off. Okay, gonna move this. Okay, thanks for the observation. So the world experienced challenge in the use of gold, okay, because of the weight, all right? Then it decided to, to come up with another means of making money very easy to be able to carry. That's what made the world to move into metal coins. So metal coins, reduced, that weight in money. So with coins, people can easily carry some coins, to maybe carry out their daily transactions, but it was still a challenge as well because the weight was still there when you're dealing with bulk transaction. All right. So there's a whole lot of stuff about you can read up history of money, but the world moved from metal coins to paper money, what we call fiat currency. Actually, history has it that China is the first country in the world to use the paper currency. Okay, and that's what they call it. The Greek actually named it the fiat. The fiat is a Greek word which simply means let it be so. So at the era of paper money, government had to come in and place value on paper by just making laws and making their citizen placing a law that this paper is our money and we're going to use it based on the denomination for our goods and services purchase. So paper money has nothing backing it. Okay, but let's go back there. Let's go down memory lane a bit. Some of us might, in the era of the gold, of metals and the gold standard system, money had more value then because, you know, this paper, you see, in the early times, before you can print, a fiat currency in any country, you must have enough gold to back it up, okay? In order to avoid what happened in the 11th century in ancient China and some other parts of the world, what we call currency debasement, whereby most countries in Germany and some other countries were printing a whole lot of paper notes, and it ended up crashing a lot of economies because of high rate of inflation. So in the earlier centuries, before the 19th centuries, the world came up with a system known as the gold standard system, whereby countries cannot just print notes as they wish, except they have enough gold to back it up. So at that time, the paper currency you see had gold backing it up. It had value. Okay, so, and if countries were owing other nations, they will only have to settle their debts with gold and not with the paper currency. So the paper currency then had value until 1971, when Richard Nixon actually, Richard Nixon actually stopped the gold standard entirely. Okay, we'll call it the Nixon shock. So what he did was that he said, no way, henceforth, fiat currencies will no longer be backed with gold. Okay, so since then, the value of most fiat currencies has never remained stable, including the US dollars. So that is what actually brought about speculation in the value of currencies, because the values were no longer stable like it used to be in the other days. So since then, the world has experienced a decline in the use of fiat currency up to date. And even as we speak, a lot of governments across the world have continued to print these notes as they wish. So that is one of the things that even led to the 2008 global financial crisis, which gave birth to the new blockchain project called Bitcoin. So Bitcoin came in 2008 after the economic meltdown. That was when the first article about Bitcoin was published by Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know if it's a group of people or if it's an individual. So that is how the world moved. And in the era of paper currency, we all know we're using plastic cards before we move into electronic money, right? And we later moved into mobile money, all right, where we use our phones. And now, fast forward in 2008, cryptocurrency was born. Okay, cryptocurrency was born because of the economic meltdown, because of the global financial crisis caused when the Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, and a whole lot of stuff triggered, in the space, and a lot of people lost billions of dollars was lost, and Because of that, the government could no longer be trusted, to manage the world's financial system. And that gave birth to cryptocurrency, which is the first blockchain project. And the main aim of cryptocurrency is to create a system where individuals can be able to to manage their own currency themselves without any third party. That gave rise to peer-to-peer. I can stay here and transact cryptocurrency trade with someone in Lebanon whom I've never seen before, and I'm not scared because I know that the blockchain system is such that every transaction is transparent and visible. Okay, so having known this, I believe you can, for the newbies, you can just go through the evolution of money. So today and now we're talking about the cryptocurrency because it's taking over the entire space. So let's go to our main topic for today. I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin halving. But before I dive into Bitcoin halving, shortly, we look at the concept of blockchain briefly before we move into our main business for the day. The concept of blockchain, okay? Now, blockchain is a decentralized ledger. It's a ledger that is opened, to the public as far as you are connected to that network. So blockchain, with the help of cryptography, makes it possible to be able to create a secure transaction between, between people connected in the same network by virtue of their computers, their phones, whichever way you're connected to that website, to that network. Whether you're connecting to it as a miner, you're running a mining application, so you are connected to that network, and every transaction that is generated is broadcast on that network for everybody to see. So there is high level of transparency. Okay, so blockchain is what created that. But behind the scenes, we have the guys we call the miners. Miners are people who run special softwares that help to do what? Validate transactions, which is now broadcast on the blockchain. So the mining itself is like a competition. It's like a puzzle that is being solved by millions of people across the globe. Because for the blockchain network to be very effective, we need a lot of miners as well as a lot of peer-to-peer transactions. So that was why in 2008, when one of the things Satoshi did, or him and his team did, was to, they raised what we call the mining reward, okay, or the block reward. The block reward is the reward that is given to any miner who is able to be the first to resolve the transaction. Okay, this is not a blockchain related class, but I'm going to, make sure I scale up things as fast as possible. If you want to know more about, in depth of what goes on behind the scene, you can always, you just put your details on chat box, and I'm going to enroll you in our blockchain program. So, in 2008, what Satoshi did was he increased the mining reward. Mining reward is the reward you earn, as a miner. You are running an application, or an application that is designed to be able to do what? Validate transactions, validate blockchain transactions, depending on the kind of coin you're mining. So every coin has its own algorithm. Okay, so every miner with your system, depending on the capacity of your mining machine, depending on how fast your machine is. Miners are special computers. They are computers, but they are special ones designed for basically for cryptocurrency validation on the blockchain. So there's a whole lot of miners. So when everybody is connected to this network, for example, I am connected to www.blockchain.com, and you are also on www.blockchain.com. Okay, and I want to send you Bitcoin, all right, because I have some already in my wallet. As soon as I send Bitcoin to you, a block will be created. All right, now this block that is being, an hash will be created. This hash that is being created is just let me give you a sample of an hash. An hash is it looks more like an alphanumeric code. Okay, so this code is a series of code that has been encrypted. So every mining machine on that network, every miner on that network, the machine, depending on the speed, will try to see how they can resolve what that puzzle is, to know if I'm sending you 1 Bitcoin or I'm sending you 100 Bitcoin. So any machine who is faster and who has a higher processing speed will be able to decode, will be able to encrypt, will be able to decrypt that transaction faster. And as soon as it decrypts it, the system rewards that machine with 50 Bitcoin. That was as at 2008 when Satoshi started. Okay, so it raised the bit reward as a way of encouraging more miners, because if there's no if the miner rate is less on the blockchain, it's going to create it's going to create a system, a problem on the network, because there will be a lot of transactions that will be unresolved. So the numbers of miners as well as traders, which is individuals sending and receiving coins, must balance in a way so that transactions will be swift. Okay, so that is why he programmed the Bitcoin algorithm, the program of Bitcoin. He programmed it that, okay, for every 10 minutes, I will reward 50 Bitcoin. The system will reward 50 Bitcoin to every miner. And that was how it started. So this attracted a lot of people, a lot of miners, who saw the future of Bitcoin, to start mining Bitcoin as at 2008. And they were mining a whole lot. So in every 10 minutes, you would get 50 Bitcoin. That was in 2008. And he also designed the program in such a way that after every 4 years, the mining reward or the block reward will be reduced by half. Okay, so as you can see here, the Genesis block of Bitcoin started on the 1st of March, all right, 2009. That's the Genesis block, was established at about 1815 GMT. That was the first block. That's what we call the Genesis block. The first transaction that took place on the blockchain network took place in 2009 at exactly 1815 GMT. So miners were rewarded with 50 Bitcoin. All right, and between that period, between that 3rd of January, between that between that 3rd of January, between the 3rd of January 2009 to 28th of November 2012, over 10,500 Bitcoins was rewarded to miners. And remember, the most proof of work based coins like Bitcoin, it is only through mining that you introduce new coin to the network. Okay, these coins will go either to exchanges or to private individual wallets, depending. So, but it is only through mining, what we call proof of work. That is how you generate these coins. So people were able to earn 50 of it at every 10 minutes. Okay, and between 2009 and 2012, over 10,500 Bitcoin was rewarded before the first halving took place. The first halving took place on the 28th of November 2012. At that time, the price of Bitcoin had moved from less than $1 to about $12. Okay, so look at the trend here. Look at my mouse. You would see the trend as it moved. The price began from 0 down to 0.5 to $1, okay, and up to about 50 to about this should be around close to $30-40 or thereabout. And there was a plunge. It came down again. Now watch what happened as the price progressed. When they look at the line, look at the first halving that took place on the 28th of November in 2012. The price, as at that time when the halving took place, even though the market's already bullish, so around it should be around $15 or thereabout. Now look at what happened. Look at the trend. Look at what happened after the first halving. The price of Bitcoin moved. It moved from $12 to $657. That was in 2016. Because the Bitcoin, which was now rewarded to miners, has been halved to 25 in every 10 minutes, according to the original programming of the network, of the Bitcoin network. So if you check between 28th of November 2012 to the 9th of July 2016, 5.250 million Bitcoin, that is 5,250,000 Bitcoins, were actually mined. Okay, you actually mined, which was actually, so when you look at this, 10,500 Bitcoin, 10,500,000 Bitcoin, and 5,250,000 Bitcoins that was mined throughout that after the first halving. That tells you something. It tells you that the number of Bitcoin is gradually what? Reducing. And because of the higher demand for Bitcoin, that was what led to the increase in this price all the way from $12 down to 657. So for some of us who are very good mathematicians, you can check the percentage profit. Imagine those who bought in before the first at the first halving, and look at what happened in 2016. That's tremendous profit. That's thousands and thousands of profit. Okay, now after 2016, here we go again in 2020. Another 4 years, another halving is going to take place. Okay, now after that in 2016, there was another halving in 2016. Okay, now in 2016, the 25 Bitcoin rewarded in 10 minutes was reduced to 12.5. That's where we are right now, at 12.5. And we all know a lot has happened in the crypto space. Okay, so right now, miners are being rewarded with 2.5 new Bitcoins in every 10 minutes. Okay, but that is going to be reduced even further. So do the maths. 12.5 divided by 2, that should give you approximately 6.25. So beginning from May in 2020, miners will only earn 6.25 Bitcoin in every 10 minutes. So what does that tell you? That tells you that lesser Bitcoin will be available to the public. And guess what? The journey to the adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is just beginning. As you can see, a lot of companies in 2020, since 2019, has been deploying blockchain. So the demand for Bitcoin has been on a serious rise. So I can tell you, based on the previous, because in the market, we use a term that said that history repeats itself all the time. So using that fact, it is very, very likely, I can tell you more than 90%, that the price of Bitcoin is heading to $100,000 before the end of this year. It's very, very possible, because after this Bitcoin halving, the Bitcoin reward is going to be reduced to 6.25, meaning every miner who has been earning 12.5 Bitcoin for finding a block in every 10 minutes, if you're able to find a block, you get 12.5. Now you're only going to be getting 6.25. So lesser Bitcoin in the network, more demand for Bitcoin, the higher the price. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that this is the right time for you to join a system that gives you Bitcoin every week. Even a time will come, imagine in the next 4 years, that is in 2024, it's going to be further reduced to about 3.125 or thereabout. So the lesser the Bitcoin gets, the lesser the block reward gets, and the higher the demand, the higher the price of Bitcoin will go. So the plan is, what is your ambition between now and the next 4 years? How do you intend to position yourself to be able to, benefit from this skyrocket, this bullish trend that is about to occur? So the best way to do it, to some of us, we have a lot of us, some people have a lot of money, and they will, okay, let me buy a lot of Bitcoin and keep for the next 4 years, fine. But some people, they don't have so much, but they would like to, join a system that can help them, benefit from this kind of bull run. The best way to help yourself is to join a reliable Bitcoin system, Bitcoin payment system that can help you earn Bitcoin weekly. And you don't really have to do anything. Okay, the system is already designed for you. All you need to do is just sign up, choose the investment package you want to choose, view your account every week, and you get rewarded. Okay, so that brings us to the system, the so far one of the best reliable system that has been making good waves in the crypto space is what we call CMMT. I don't know if some of us must have heard CMMT, but maybe we didn't understand, or we didn't take it seriously. Okay, CMMT is a very good platform for you to begin your crypto journey, because if you don't position yourself in a system that pays you Bitcoin every weekly, you're likely going to miss out in the Bitcoin space between now and the next 4 years. So why CMMT? CMMT, I chose CMMT because CMMT has a long-term vision. CMMT has been in existence since 2018. Let me drop the website on the chat box so you can go through it yourself. HTTPS CMMTrevolution.com. So I'm going to drop the link on the chat box so you can be able to, open the site just like I've done. Okay, just a minute. Okay, good. So I just dropped the site, so you can go to the site yourself and take a look at it. Okay, so now CMMT is a company that actually, apart from having professional traders who manages his trading account and everything, it also partners with other external businesses in order to increase revenue. Okay, it partners with real estate and so many other areas we're going to be looking at later. So CMMT, great. Yes. Sorry, we I think we had a little network glitch, but no problem. I think I guess we're back. We're back now. If you can hear me, can you kindly type on the chat box just to be sure I'm not talking to myself? So yes, and if you can hear me, just type on the chat box so we proceed. Can you type on the chat box if you can hear me? Okay, so I'm going to proceed. Mr. John, can you hear me? If you can hear me, you can type on the chat box if you can hear me. I know we had some little network glitch and some people might have been disconnected some way. But I'm going to continue anyway because I think I can hear myself and okay. So so why CMMT? CMMT gives you the opportunity to be able to earn from 3 different ways. Through CMMT, you'll be able to earn through mining, you earn through trading, and you also earn through what we call masternode. Okay, so why do you have to join CMMT? CMMT gives you the opportunity to earn in Bitcoin every single week. Every single week, depending on the package that you purchase, you get Bitcoin, you earn Bitcoin every week. Okay, why do you need this kind of a system? You need this kind of a system in order to be able to benefit from the bullish trend of Bitcoin. Because if you don't actually join a system like this that can help you earn Bitcoin every week and you don't have money to buy even 1 Bitcoin, then you're going to be cheating yourself. You're going to be cheating yourself because you stand on the fence and in your very eyes, Bitcoin will move from $7,877 where it is to about $50,000 to $80,000, and you will still be on the fence looking. So what if you join a system where you pick a simple package according to your capacity and it pays you Bitcoin every week, even without you doing anything? All you need to do is just get a simple package and check your account weekly and earn Bitcoin weekly. And if you also want to build a team, which is the best way to even grow your Bitcoin the more, I'm going to show you that briefly, how you can build a team, okay? Most of us who are networkers, we know the essence of team building. You earn a lot of commissions. You earn a lot of Bitcoin. Everything that happens in CMMT is Bitcoin in and out. All your commissions are paid in Bitcoin only. Okay, so let's briefly look at I've given you the website. You can read more about CMMT. Okay, but I'll go straight now to the packages that are available. Okay, but let me say this before I go forward. This is not a regular Ponzi scheme. Like some trading platforms that comes and tells you, okay, invest with us every month, we'll pay you 50% or pay you 100%. No, this is not that kind of a system. This is a reliable system. This is a system that's been proven, and a system that has well-structured and well-licensed traders who are actually handling its trades. All measures have been put in place. And if you go to my FX book, you can actually view, trade. You can actually view trade progress of CMMT. Okay, I think I had it here, but let me quickly see if I can see it. Let me see something. My FX book. Okay, great. So, it's here actually. Okay, so look at where you can monitor. If you're the type that want to say, okay, I want to see trade proof. How can I be sure that CMMT is actually trading with my with my capital? Because I don't want to be involved in any other Ponzi scheme. Okay, so you come to my FX book. You can always come to my FX book, and when you come there, you can see you can see live trade. You can see this is CMMT profile. Okay, it gives you a brief history of who CMMT as a company is, and here you can manage, you can view their trades yourself. You can see the progress of their trades right from February 19, since 29 February 19 2019. You can see the trend has been on the upside. Okay, so you can also get access to more live trades depending on your investment and your level of commitment in your entry. You'll be given access to actually view other live trades so that you can know that you're actually dealing with a real company. So CMMT makes it easier for you to start earning Bitcoin every single week. And what it will do for you is that when as Bitcoin price is rising, the way it's going to rise, just like it have risen from all other Bitcoin halving, you're going to have Bitcoin saved in your wallet every week, which you can even withdraw if you like and keep it in your private wallet. So you're not going to be left out, because the way Bitcoin is going to run this year, if you don't join a genuine system like this that gives you Bitcoin every week, and you don't have money to buy Bitcoin on your own, you're going to miss out totally. I think it's even more encouraging, and it's more wise to invest in a system that pays you more Bitcoin, because if you buy one Bitcoin now, for example, it will remain one. Okay, but if you invest $10,000 on CMMT, you're going to earn times 4 of that before that package will expire. So every package, let's go straight to the package. Every package in CMMT expires after 360%. So if you invest $10,000 in CMMT, which we know it can buy you 1.1, 1.2 Bitcoin or thereabout, looking at the current price. Fine, you want to keep it for 4 years, right? Good. That one will be there as 1.2 for 4 years. But imagine you investing that in CMMT and earning 360% of it in Bitcoins as well, and you still leave it. Okay, so that is more wise and more is a more better decision for you to make. So, and CMMT has made it possible for everybody, irrespective of your category, your financial category. You can start with as low as $10. As low as $10 before the next package is $50, $100, $300. Continue like that down up to $50,000. Yes, up to $50,000. So you can choose the package that you want, you think is comfortable for you. Okay, for example, I always advise my students, most times, for those who are not really who are not working, it's good to start with, at least start with $100. At most, you're sure of 360% of $100 in a very short time. Okay, so you start with any package you want. I will show you an example of how you can start with any package. Let's say you're starting with $100. First of all, you're going to get a referral link. Okay, and let me show you the referral link you can use. You see, this is my dashboard. I came to my referral link. Now, the referral link, there are 3 kind of links here. Okay, one is the direct sign up link. Okay, now another link is the right joining link. Okay, most of us who are networkers, we know what right joining link means, which means if you want to, this is you and you want to have 2 people, one on your right, one on your left. So if you join right now and you say, okay, I want to use my link to give to my friend to also join, so that it can also benefit from the coming Bitcoin halving and the current bull run, so that they can earn Bitcoin, or just come here and say, okay, this is left joining link and this is the direct sign up link. I just click on copy link. Okay, if I copy this link, I'm going to paste this link on, just click on copy. I'm going to paste on the chat box so you can click on it to also sign up. Okay, so I've pasted it on the chat box. So you just sign up with that link. If I want you to join on the right side, then I'm going to click on this second. This is right joining link. And if I want the system to place it automatically, I'll come to the auto joining link, which means this link, I'll give it out. The system can decide to place you on the left or place you on the right under me. So you don't really have to, you do it. The system will do the plan for you automatically. Okay, you don't really have to do much. Okay, and that link too, I've just copied it. I'm going to drop it. You can use any of the two. You can also forward it to your friends as well. Or after you sign up, or advise when you sign up, use your own link, send it to your friends to also sign up, so you can you're going to earn direct commissions, which we're going to talk about shortly. So after this link, if you click, this link I just clicked, now let's assume I want to sign up. All right. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'll come to my web browser. I'll paste this on my web browser. Okay. The first page is going to bring out for you is the sign up page. Okay. Good. You see, it tells you to create account. All right. This is because I'm already logged in. But if you're new, it's going to ask you for these basic details. What do you want to use as your username, your email address? You choose your preferred password and you sign up. And once you sign up, you go back to your email, which you used in signing up, and verify your account. Once you verify your account, you log in directly into your email. So once you log in directly into your email, it brings you to your own page, just like this. All right. Once you're logged in, you will see your avatar or your picture. If you want to add your picture here, you can add it. So you see your picture there because the company wants to know who you are. They want to know who they are trading with, who they are managing their funds. So you can add your picture there. This is your platform. It's for you. So the next thing to do is to you check the dashboard on your navigation bar. You see the purchase package. You click on the purchase package, and you see the package begins from $10 and up. So you check yourself, okay, I want to do $300 because I want to earn. Every package here gives you 360% before it expires, okay? And you're going to be earning between 2.5% to 5% weekly, guaranteed. All right. So you click on, if you want to start with $300, for example, you just click on add to cart. So if you click on add to cart, it tells you to what? Go to cart. Now, when you go to cart, sorry, I think the network is a bit sorry. Maybe I should choose a higher plan since let me choose a higher plan. I guess that'll be faster. Oh, network. Anyway, so it takes me to the cart. All right. Now in this cart, you can see there are two orders already there. Okay. Now, if I click on, the next thing to do is that you click on checkout. All right. When you click on checkout, as soon as you click on checkout, it tells you what payment system do you want to use. Do you want to use Bitcoin payment system, or do you want to use pay with C-Wallet? C-Wallet is the commissions you've earned so far. If you're already in the system and you've been earning commissions, you can actually upgrade to another package from your C-Wallet. All right. So if you choose Bitcoin, it brings out the Bitcoin option. If you choose C-Wallet, it will also bring out that option as well. Okay. So, but let's choose Bitcoin option, which is the best and the fastest option to choose. So your total order based on your cart is $400. Okay. Sorry, because there's been an $100 there before. So what you're going to see if you choose the $300 package is $300. So you just click on continue to next step. So once you continue to next step, it's going to bring out, the details, the Bitcoin deposit details to help you deposit your Bitcoin. Okay. So this is the Bitcoin payment system. All right. So for some of us who already have Bitcoin in our wallets, in our private Bitcoin wallet, just scan the barcode, enter this exact amount of Bitcoin needed, which you're going to see here. And to some of us who don't have, who are using other method in transferring our Bitcoin, you can just copy, you click here, copy the wallet address, go to where you're sending your Bitcoin from, and paste it on the sending address. All right. So once you send your Bitcoin, okay, once you send your Bitcoin, automatically the system will notify you of an ongoing payment, which you have to wait for a few minutes for the confirmation before you see your Bitcoin on your dashboard. Okay, and the system gives you, you can see 59 minutes, approximately 1 hour to send the Bitcoin. If not, this transaction will be canceled. You have to do it all over again. So once you get to this stage, just scan the barcode or copy the wallet address, send this exact amount of Bitcoin. Once you send it, automatically the system will notify you that, oh, I've received a transaction. So you just come to your dashboard, go back to your dashboard, you're still in your account. When you go back to your dashboard and you scroll up a little, okay, you can come to package what. When you come to package what, you see the exact amount you have invested right there. So what do you have to do next? The next thing is to, one, begin to build your network, because you want to earn more Bitcoin. Okay. Or for those who say, I don't want to build network, well, the only thing you have to do after then is to wait every week. You come to your commission wallet and you see how much you have earned in your commission wallet. Every week, between 2%, between 2.5% to 5% of your total investment will be deposited there. All right. And you can see other commission, like real estate wallets. Real estate wallet is, what happens is that every amount you earn in a week is divided into two. Half is invested in the real estate wallet, okay, and half is invested in your commission wallet. But from January now, I think there's an option. You can decide if you want all your investment in your commission wallet. But I think it's better to invest in the real estate wallet. Like I said, the company is actually into other kind of businesses whereby you'll be able to earn extra income. Okay, so all your investment in your real estate wallet is going to be channeled to all those external investments, apart from the trading, the mining, and the masternode. So it gives you access to earn even more Bitcoin from other diverse investments that the company is involved in. A Ponzi scheme company will not be involved in all these businesses. Okay, and in our weekly webinar, which will be coming up this week, I think on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, you can also join in. We'll be dropping a link. You join in and you'll see for yourself. You'll see for yourself the various investment that the company is in. Okay, so for those of us like me who like to build teams, who love building networks, because that is where you can earn even more Bitcoin. All you need to do is just come to your referral link, copy it, send it to your friends, and they sign up. Okay, now let's go to your training tools. For example, the training tools. Let's see. I want to show you the picture of the network marketing system. If you want to build your network, which is the best thing to do. So you're going to be earning your direct your direct commission, which you're going to earn once someone uses your link directly. You're going to earn from 8% of whatever amount of investment that your downline made. So if you see this opportunity, you tell your friends about it. Okay, send them this video. They will also listen to it and get informed as well. Once they sign up, any amount they are investing, you are going to be getting exactly 8% directly as commission. Okay, so I'm going to get just a minute. I want to get this. Okay, so I think I need yeah, I need a picture of that. Okay, let me get it. Just a second. Hang on. Let me get that. I think I have it here. So okay, I'll send that later. But the main thing you need to know is that the network structure is designed in such a way that you're gonna be able to earn from your first level. You'll be earning 8% from your first level down to, as the level reduces, that is how the commission also reduces. But at that time, you're going to be having a whole lot of network in your team. So what is the best thing to do now? The best thing to do now, in order to take advantage of the Bitcoin halving, which is coming, as you can see, in a couple of weeks, as soon as we stepped into January 2019, to some of us who have been monitoring the Bitcoin price, take a look at the current Bitcoin price at take a look. This is Sex.io, one of those the smart cryptocurrency trading exchange. I've been trading with these guys for almost about 4 years now, so they're very reliable. So you can see, if you go back, let's go to the 1 day time frame. I think we'll be able to see it better there. Good. So now, if you look at the trend, you'll see the beginning of a new bull run. A new bull run. Okay, and some of us who understand trading, we will know that the market is just beginning a journey. Okay, look at what happened in the last days, just some days ago, as soon as we stepped into 2020. Did you see how the price moved all the way from less than 7,000 now to about 7,900? Why is it moving like that? Because the demand for Bitcoin is growing speedily, because everybody wants to have Bitcoin. Because once the next Bitcoin halving takes place in May, man, it's going to be difficult. Most of the Bitcoin you're buying $100 now, you might end up buying it about $200 then, if not more. So people are rushing to get Bitcoin right now. So the best thing to do for yourself is to join a system like CMMT that can pay you in Bitcoin consistently every week until you earn over 360%. Remember, the good thing about this system is that as you're earning this Bitcoin, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the value of your Bitcoin, which you have earned, is going up, and you are earning extra Bitcoin. So that is amazing. You can't beat that. Okay, so grab the link. It's on the chat box. Sign up, and if you need more info, I'm gonna drop my contact on the chat box as well. So if you need more info, you just chat me up on WhatsApp. I'm gonna be there to attend to you. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so for those who cannot, who are not on the chat box, you can just +233-2499-10353. Okay, so you can chat me up anytime. You know, you can ask more questions about what you need to know, and also you can join our WhatsApp group. Okay, so once you join our WhatsApp group, we'll be, you know, discussing more important issues as it happens in the crypto space. So, but for the best thing you need to do right now as we speak is to secure your place with CMMT and ensure that you are with a system that pays you up to 5% Bitcoin value of your total investment every week. You're not going to regret that. It's going to be, you know, a good year, a good way to start 2020. Don't sit on the fence. Bitcoin has come to stay. A lot of companies, as we speak, are already deploying blockchain in their services, which tells you that between now and the next 4 years, when the next Bitcoin halving is going to take place, I can tell you that one Bitcoin might be worth more than $200,000 with the way it's going, with the way the demand is going. Okay, so I found the picture I wanted to share with us, just to show us the compensation plan for all those who want to do the networking part. So I'm going to open it. I pray it goes, okay, that's great. Good. So here we are, as you can see. So this is a compensation plan that you get. Okay, you can see on your first level, which means as soon as you sign up now, you get your link, give to your friends. Any amount they invest, you're getting 8% in your level one. Your level one is you and your first 2 downline or your first 3 downlines. Okay, that's your level one. Even if you have 20 people directly using your link, you're getting 8% of all their investment. Your level 2 is the next person referred by those on your direct line. Okay, there you're going to be getting 5% of all their investment. Down to level 3, you're going to be getting 3%. Level 4, you're going to be getting 2%. Level 5, you get 1%. At that time, your network is already big, so you see a whole lot of volumes coming in. Okay, so this is the best way to build your network all the way to level 11. You'll even be earning 3% at your 11th level. So I think this is a business to build in 2020. Even if you spend the whole of 2020 building your network up to the 11th level, I can bet you're going to have a whole lot of Bitcoin stocked right there in your account, which you can, be able to exchange or withdraw it anytime. And for exchange, let me say something. CMMT is coming up with its own exchange to make it easy for you to quickly exchange your Bitcoin. Maybe you want to exchange your Bitcoin to Ethereum, or you want to exchange it to any other token. So the exchange is going to be live this year. I think it's going to be coming out soon. So you can have various options on how to utilize your earnings with CMMT. So I believe we've been able to touch the basic things on CMMT. If you have a question, you can drop it on the chat box. You can drop your question on the chat box. And if you need more info, just let me know. I'm going to follow up. If you watch this video and you want to join this video, just you go to the check the chat box, or if you since you wouldn't be having access to it, just type +233 24 99 10353 +233 24 99 10353. So just say hello. Once you say hello, I'm gonna know that you're coming from your just indicate your interest to join. I'm gonna send you the link for you to use to start up immediately. So I want to congratulate you for taking your time to attend this webinar. And for those who are still at work, we're going to be sharing this webinar on the page so that they can also benefit. I want to welcome you to CMMT as one of the best ways to benefit from this upcoming Bitcoin halving. It's still your boy, CryptoJax, and I want to thank you. I'll give a few minutes. If you have a question, you can drop it on the chat box. My number is also on the chat box. You can chat me up privately. So I thank you so much. Thank you.